So there you are. And then now there's another Maria coming on, Perella. Hold on. Good. We're getting lots of people. So I do a lot of participation in my classes because, listen, what I don't know everything, and I don't claim to know everything, but sometimes other people on a call may hear something from one of you guys that they can utilize as well that pertains to the same thing that we're talking about. So I hope you guys are okay with that because I like participation in my classes. So today's did everyone get their handouts?
No, but I see it on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it from the screen also.
Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so we're going to focus on today is growing your business and running a business, okay? And lead generate for buyers and sellers, and then running a business is market sellers listings. So, growing a business and running a business are two different things, okay? So in order for you to grow your business, you have to prospect, lead gen, okay? Running a business is taking what you prospect for and you learn how to market it strategically where you're not spending the bank, okay? And that's kind of what we're going to talk about today is, has everyone read the Gary Keller's $1 Million Real Estate book?
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. How about you guys? Did you guys read it?
No, I haven't.
I have it. I'm partway through.
I mean, Kirsten, I would highly recommend you reading that book. I read it the first 2 days of getting licensed because I wanted to learn it all. And there was just so many positive things in there that Gary Keller says. And one of the things that I'll never forget is what he said, in running your business, you always got to keep in the back of your mind, red light, green light. And you think red light, green light, what does that mean? Well, what that means is knowing when to spend the money. And when red light means, okay, let's put the brakes on a little bit and let's prospect more to get more money. Okay, does that make sense to everyone? Because remember, prospecting costs $0. So this next slide here is prospecting versus marketing. Okay, so prospecting, as you know, it's when you market, it's money intensive. Oops, why did that happen? Okay, it's money intensive. Okay, and a lot of times when you're spending money on postcards and mailers, it's a long-term nurture. Okay, when you send a postcard out, you're only getting a 1% return. Okay, 1% meaning you may get a phone call from someone that says, "Hey, can I get some more information?" Okay, so there is no fast quarter in that marketing. Marketing is very passive, just marketing yourself, branding yourself, learning how to put your face and likeliness in front of prospective buyers and sellers. Okay, now prospecting is what I call immediate results. Okay, it's being very proactive in your business. Okay, it is time sensitive. Okay, so you got to time block 3 to 4 hours a day out in order to accomplish your correct prospecting. But again, right now, because most of you all are on this call right now are newer real estate agents, correct?
I am.
Yeah, I know you are. You guys can stay unmuted if you're okay. 'Cause I'd like to be able to hear from you.
Yes, I'm also new.
Okay, and what about you? Okay.
Girapa.
Girapa,
I
yeah.
don't know if I knew or not. I got licensed 3 years ago, and I, being trained in Northern California.
Okay.
Yeah, and right now I have a few customers.
Great.
Yeah.
And then if you don't mind me asking, how did you get those customers, Girapa?
Referral.
Well,
Somebody I knew asked me that she know me, so she connect me with them, and the other one is from Up City. Yeah.
Great. Well, referrals referrals are the best type of prospecting or a lead that you can get, because number one, when you make that first initial call to them, you're going to reference who referred you. Okay. Oh yeah. How's Bill doing? Bill's doing great. Oh my gosh. Bill and I go back so far. I mean, you have that instant bond versus cold calling someone or calling an expired or calling a FSBO where you're trying to just get what you want to say to them before they hang up on you. Okay. Does that make sense to everyone? So always utilize a referral and jump on it right away, and don't utilize or don't waste any time. Any questions on the marketing versus prospecting? Okay. This is where it starts. This is your foundation. That's why it's at the bottom of this triangle. Okay. We cannot forget this. I try to time block 3 to 4 hours a day in my prospecting. Okay.
Are
If I
you
don't
calling for because we're a bit limited here on prospecting. So phone calling, I'm assuming.
I'm phone calling and I'm video texting.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a huge video texter, you guys, because listen, every other agent is calling, and I want to stand out. I want to be different from all the rest. I mean, I don't want to be I don't want to be on a shelf just like all the other realtors are. I want to be that person, if I am on that shelf, that I stand out like from all the rest. So video texting gets me noticed. It really does. And I'm going to show you how I do that later, a little bit later.
Great.
Okay. But I'm also doing a lot of, meeting people at the gyms. That's how I'm prospecting also. Now that the gyms are open. So there's ways of meeting people without having to cold call. Okay. Okay. Next slide.
No.
Okay. Here's some different forms of prospecting and marketing. I hope you guys can all see this. Let me move this down here.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, good. So let's talk about prospecting. You had asked me, Kirsten, okay, yeah, phone calls or face-to-face. The face-to-face, unfortunately, aren't happening right now the way I'd like them to be. So you got your FSBOs, for sale by owners, or expired listings. Is anyone working those type of databases right now at all?
No. Okay.
So it's a great source, especially if you're new. It's a source that, listen, a for sale by owner already has eliminated one task that you're wondering when you're cold calling. Do they want to sell? Okay. Obviously they want to sell and they're ready to sell because they have it on the market. The next thing that you have to overcome with them is, getting, the minute you identify yourself as a realtor, getting them to not hang up. Okay. So this is what I do. Okay. I don't hammer them about listing their home. When I call for sale by owner, okay, I bring something of value to them. When I say something of value is, for example, every transaction has to have a title and escrow company attached to it. Okay. A lot of for sale by owners don't know that. So I asked the question, gee, Mr. FSBO, you have a beautiful property and I'm sure it's going to sell anytime soon. Who have you decided to use for your title and escrow services? And 9 times, Chocolate Lab, keep your paw down. 9 times out of 10, it's the deer in the headlight look or pause on the phone. Wow, I never thought of that. I didn't realize that. Now they say, do you have any recommendations? So now I'm of service to them. I'm not just a realtor looking to get their business. Yes, I do have, I was in the title and escrow industry for 18 years. I work with some great people. Okay. Let me send you over a couple names. But in the meantime, then I also ask them, I would love to come see your property. Okay. Here's the thing. They're getting bombarded by 101 other agents to list their property. Now, I haven't said once in my first 10 minutes talking to them, haven't said once, I'd like to list your property. I've offered them something of service and I want to come see their property in case I have a buyer in my database. Okay. Then once I get there, I look around and I evaluate and I see, gee, Mr. Fizbo, I noticed that you don't have any property brochures or any literature on your property, for buyers when they come in to see your place to take home with them. Would you be okay if I brought a stack of those over for you? You do that for me? Of course I'd do that for you. So now, still haven't asked him for the listing, but I'm of service now. Guess what? He's on a first name basis with me now because I've brought him two great values, and I took the time to come over and see his property. So those are ways of getting in with the Fizbos, okay? Because being different from all the rest of the agents. I mean, I've heard several agents, like, hey, I'm the best, I got the most sales in this area. I can get your property sold for top dollar. Listen, they listed it for a reason and they want to save as much money, number one, or they had a bad experience with an agent. So you got to massage and you got to see how they're ticking. What's making them tick? Why are they listed by themselves? And guess what? 7 out of 10 homes that are Fizbos end up listing with a realtor. So why not me? Or why not you? Who are they going to call? The person who's hammering them on the phone? Or are they going to call the persons who I brought value to? Okay, I provide them with title and escrow information. I brought them property brochures. I took the time to come see their property. Okay, now you're in with them. Okay, so those are the types of approaches that you want to look at for sale by owners. Now expireds, that's a whole nother enchilada. The expireds probably get hammered more than the Fizbos because they're hotter to sell because they already don't want to sell it by themselves. They just want to get their home sold. But keep in mind, they're being hammered by 101 other agents same day. So my approach a lot of times is I don't call the fresh expireds. I go back a few months because the other agents they're not getting killed with phone calls right now, the owners. And I always check the MLS to see if, number one, if they've relisted. If they have relisted, then I just don't call them. That means that someone got to them. But I just like the approach of not being one of the 101 on that very first day. I like to be one of few than one of many. So when I call my expireds. And again, I look at each individual property and I see from my professional opinion why it didn't sell. It could be photography, okay? It could be there was no video. It could be that the writing of the description of the property was awful. It wasn't very descriptive. Okay, without throwing that other agent under the bus, I just simply say, Mr. Expired, are you okay if I just share with you, my perspective from a professional side, why I feel it didn't sell yet? Of course they want to hear it. They want it because they're frustrated as hell. They want to know why their home didn't sell. Without saying anything negative, I just said, well, in today's market we're in right now, home buyers, 85% of them are coming from online. They're seeing your property for the first time online. Mr. Expired, that's a pretty big number, 85%. Isn't it? Get them saying yes. Get them saying yes. Yes, it is, Steve. Well, in my professional opinion, your house didn't show well online. Well, what do you mean by that? Well, the photography. I said, here's the thing about photography. I said, there's photographers and then there's amazing photography. I says, what people I work with are world-class photography and makes your house look superior than all the rest. So again, I'm not saying anything negative. I just felt we could do better. And you'd be surprised the conversation that comes from that after that. Okay. So Fizbos and expireds, everyone else is calling them because it's the low-hanging fruit. You just have to be creative. You have to be creative in communicating with them. You don't want to come on the gate. You don't want to come on the gate just hammering that you want their listing because that's what everyone else is doing. Now, any questions on Fizbos or for sales? Or by expireds? No questions? Okay. Circle prospecting, unfortunately, that's a tough one to do right now with COVID. Just basically door knocking in neighborhoods. Apartment complexes, that's another hard one. That's a great one for first-time buyers. Dropping something off. When COVID, non-COVID is in effect. Going to apartment complexes, just drop something off under the doors if you can get into them. Just a rent versus buy brochure, our postcard. Okay. And then just letting the community know. Now, has everyone set up their command marketing profile?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maria, is your command up?
Yes.
Okay. Kirsten, is yours up?
Yes.
Okay. And Jipra? She must be gone. Okay. So, because the reason I asked that question, you guys, is that Command has some great neighborhood nurtures that you can still do during COVID, that you can get these recent solds and listed properties to your demographic farm. Okay. And I'm going to show you that in a little bit as well. Community outreach, getting involved with the charities. Again, I let people know what I do everywhere I go. I mean, whether it's walking into the grocery store, if I'm at the checkout line with the checker and he and I are having, or she and I are having conversation, I just ask them if they know anyone wants to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. I'd love an opportunity to talk with them. Because here's the thing, Terry and I are pretty much like we're very consistent in what we do in our patterns. So people get to know us after a while in the grocery stores, restaurants, the gym, that kind of stuff. So if you have a pattern like that, utilize those outlets of where you're going. Okay. And I know, Kirsten, you are involved with the lab rescue. Okay. You had mentioned, okay, that's got to be a huge database that you have access to. Okay. Past clients or people who are on the list. Okay. So I would be, making sure that I have their phone number, their email address, and their address. Okay. And just non-invasively dropping them the neighborhood nurtures. Okay.
Right.
So, and it's non-invasive. I mean, the neighborhood nurtures are nice. I mean, I have this listing over that's an escrow right now over in Waverly Heights, because this guy was getting, for a year and a half now, he's been getting my neighborhood nurtures. Okay. And he finally said to me, he says, I'm ready to sell. He goes, and I said, why'd you go with me? He goes, you were in front of me every month with your information. And I appreciated that. Okay. So it's not for everyone, but it does work. Okay. Let's see, teaching, speaking opportunities, network events. Unfortunately, network events aren't happening right now. I mean, I'm part of a networking event that it's called Athletes Touch. It's all former professional or collegiate athletes. And we generally meet once a month, but we've been doing some great Zoom events, and it's still getting some good, I get to tell people what I do. I get to share, so if you're involved with a networking group, I would highly recommend still attending them via Zoom. As much as I despise Zoom meetings or Zoom conferences, I'm just so over it. I'm sure everyone is. I actually enjoy getting in front of people right now because it's just a fresh approach. I love watching it's so hard talking to people with masks. I don't know about you guys, but I can judge people's emotions by their expressions. And if you're pushing too hard emotionally, by their expressions. And unfortunately, I can't judge that now with the masks on. Does everyone feel the same?
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that's just, we got to deal with that. Okay. Now let's talk about marketing a little bit. Okay. Listen, marketing is a kind of a double-edged sword. It can be phenomenal. All the radio, TV, newspapers, the bus stops, magazines, all that stuff is it's non-existent anymore. I mean, unless you're like this mega $1 million agent that feels that they need to, for the ego, take a billboard out along the highway. I don't see it anymore. I can't remember the last time that I ever seen anyone read a newspaper. if you look at the Homes and Land magazine that comes to our office, it used to be this thick. Okay, now it's only this thick. So obviously, less and less people are looking at that magazine. Yellow Pages, I don't get them delivered anymore, so I don't even know where to get the Yellow Pages. So those type of offline advertising back in the 80s and 90s, when we didn't have the capabilities that we do now for social media, worked for agents. It worked. Okay. Online advertising. Okay. These are ones that do cost money. The pay-per-click advertising, your SEO, it's called the search engine optimization. Does everyone know what that is? The SEO?
Yeah.
Okay. So that basically, for those of you who don't, that basically you're optimizing through keywords on your website. So when someone types in homes in Thousand Oaks, that your SEO optimization was enough to be able to come on the first page of the Google search. Okay. So if someone's typing, homes for sale in Newbury Park, that you're in the first page of Google search. Okay. Now that costs money. As a matter of fact, Mark Tyron and I were just talking about that this morning, that, it's about $2,000 a month to have a professional company, get you up. And I believe you have to stay up with it. So it's about a $24,000 a year investment if you choose to do that. Social media is right now hands down the best bang for your buck. Okay. The command Facebook ads are phenomenal. In my opinion. I always, I had a seller recently say, why did I get a just listed postcard mailed to my neighbors and myself? And I said, I don't do that for anyone. Well, why not? I said, because 1% return versus a 12% return on a social media post on Facebook, my, return on my investment is way better, and I can reach much, much more people. So if you just explain to them that 1% versus 12%, it's, that's, I go with the numbers. Okay. So that takes me to number 4 up there, the direct mail, postcard campaigns, special events cards, just sold, just listed. Guess what, guys? You can accomplish all of that through social, through social media. Okay. At a fraction of your cost. Now, did anyone see my Facebook post last week, Friday, I think it was, on my in escrow for 3 days, over asking price with multiple offers? That's all I put in it, with a picture of the house.
What's your Facebook, Steve?
Pardon?
What is your Facebook?
It's Big H Homes.
Okay.
Yep. Or my Instagram's at Big H Homes.
Okay.
So that little post cost me nothing. But I had more likes, comments, and and shares on that than I can get, paying for a postcard. So it was a simple little campaign. Now, Scott Leroy Marketing, Michael Lewis Marketing Suite has a template. All you do is you send them a picture, you give them your information, they'll create Facebook and Instagram posts for you. That's just it's a flat image that you just upload. It's so fast and quick. I mean, I can literally send them the information in the morning, and I can be ready to post by noon that same day.
Oh, that's a Michael Lewis, not Command, or is it both?
Both. So, Michael Lewis is trying to stay in good graces. They're doing this for free for us. So all you have to, it doesn't cost you a thing. So I'll have Emmy send out the link to everyone or post it somewhere. Because it's a great tool that I use. If I'm in a pinch and I just need to get something out there, I literally created that with them. It took me less than 3 minutes to upload a picture, come up with the verbiage, and then it probably the most time was I went back and forth with 2 revisions. There was a typo, and I wanted the font a little bit bigger. But it's a great. And then I was able to post it. I put it in my story, and then I also put it in as a post. So utilize those tools that you have. Okay, any questions on marketing versus prospecting? Oh, silent group today, huh?
So I have a question, since
Yeah.
we're a small group. So I just went up on social media last week, just switching my old company now to me doing this. And I used the Michael Lewis marketing for my cover page. And I did do a story on Instagram. So when you're saying use them, is it just photos or is there articles too, or like a little blog, or are you just saying like create like a photo post for a story?
Yes, a photo post for a story and or just an actual post.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's just, so basically they're taking, let me see, when I open up the screen to my desktop, I'll show you what that looks like, you guys. It's just a simple little post. It really is. But now Michael Lewis does a lot more than just these posts. They have templates in there for, property. I'll create a property flyer in there and you can download the unlocked PDF of it and I'll put the actual property flyer up on there myself.
Yeah,
So
that was easy. I just did a mailer that's going out this week through them, and I thought it was pretty easy to navigate through.
Listen, it's not the best. You really I'm Adobe trained, so I know InDesign, Photoshop, and Illustrator. Michael Lewis's their editing tools are a little prehistoric in my opinion, but it gets the job done. You're absolutely right. Okay, moving on. Okay, so marketing mastermind. How do we know where the customer is and how do we meet them there? Okay, that's always a good question. Okay, and then how do you communicate with the value? How do you communicate your value proposition? Okay, those first two, we're going to talk about those first two topics there. All right, so how do we know where the customer is and then how do we meet them there? Well, with Facebook or social media, the great thing about that is you can dial down on your target, on your market, okay, or your audience, they call it, okay? And we're going to show that a little bit later in the command. But when you send a postcard, all you're doing is you're basically flinging mud at the wall and you're going to see what sticks, okay? Because there may not be anyone in that farm that you're sending those postcards to that's ready to buy or sell. Okay, so that's the one thing about postcards. That's why the rate of return is so low. Okay, now Mark T was talking to me this morning about this also, is that he consistently mails to his same farm, whether they're ready to sell or not, because he just wants a brand recognition constantly in front of him. I totally understand that. Okay, but Mark T's he's $100 million GCI. It's a little bit different than what we do. So how do we meet them, or how do we get them to see what we do? You dialed in on your demographics, okay? You use keywords that people who have used Realtor.com, people who have used Zillow, people who have requested a mortgage loan, okay? Those type of keywords within social, the algorithms put you in front of people who are looking at homes, that are obviously searching. Now, they may be just clickers, scrollers and clickers, or they may not be, okay? But I'll invest in that customer a lot more than sending them a 55-cent postcard that just gets thrown in the trash within 3 seconds of coming in the mailbox, okay? And then how do you communicate your value proposition? Okay, see, the value proposition is so important that you don't miss out on that. There's so many people vomit what they do. Let me move this out of the way here so everyone can see this. So many people vomit what they do all over. Okay, I don't vomit that out there. My value proposition is that I can get your home sold. I can get top dollar for it. Okay, and I can do it in a very, very fast manner. Okay. Those are 3 things of my value proposition that I try to stick to. Now, again, every home is unique and different, of course, but that's my value proposition. Instead of saying I'm the best realtor in the Conejo Valley and yada, 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 me. No, you want to stick to positive things that how is it going to help the end user, whether it's a buyer or seller, okay? This is not a brag. Social media posts are not just a bragging posts about you. Okay. Look what I just sold. Look what I just did. Okay. That one I did in escrow in 3 days. Okay. I also said, and I can sell yours too. I gave them a call to action on that. Okay. Next one is how can you come from contribution or connect in a meaningful way? Okay. Coming from contribution is so important. Again, going back to my story about FSBOs and expireds. Okay. I'm coming from contribution. I want to contribute to their success and giving them something of value. Okay. It's not about me. It's about them, what I can do for them. Okay. How important do you think it is in branding and aesthetic consistency in your marketing? Okay. And how do you achieve that? My brand is very important. I mean, I worked really hard for the last 2 years to create my brand of the H. Okay. And I always use Nike as an example. When you look at that little swoosh, okay, it doesn't have to say the word Nike under it. You already know what it is because they spent many millions of dollars on getting people implemented in that. Okay. That's the same with, I want eventually people be driving down the street and see my H on the sign and they go, oh, that's that Steve Henneberry listing. Okay. And again, it's consistency. So all my marketing stuff has my Big H Homes logo on it. And it's always consistent. Okay. So it's very important to stay consistent in your marketing. Now, has everyone sat down? Have you guys sat down with Patrick? And do you have logos yet? Or do you have brands started?
Yes, I have a logo.
All right, great. Kirsten, do you have one?
Yes.
Okay. And she must be gone. Are you there? Okay, she must be gone. Okay, great.
I'm here.
Okay, Jerpa, do you have a logo or brand?
What did you say again?
Do you have a logo or brand?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what we're talking about is so important that stay consistent on all your marketing pieces. Also, stay consistent on your color choices. My brochures that I do for properties are the exact same brochures, the layout, design, everything. My Facebook posts have the exact same taglines or hashtags in the same exact order because it's that consistency that matters. You don't want to be, because I don't want to appear that I'm a different person. I want people to start say, oh, that's Big H Homes, Big H Homes. I mean, there's a lot of agents out there that you see them, they're in left field, right field, way out in center field with their branding or their marketing because they're trying too many things. Pick a color combination that you feel comfortable with, pick your logo and stay consistent with it on everything that you do, okay? Any questions on that? Perfect. And then how do you follow up with these leads generated from your marketing? Well, if you're using Command Facebook, it comes right into Command. Has anyone gotten a lead from Command yet? Maria? No, okay.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to show you how amazing, I mean, they're not out there in cyberspace. I mean, these are live bona fide leads coming in, okay? Now, are they all great leads? No, I'll be the first to say. There's some in there that just have bogus emails, bogus phone numbers, but you know something? I look at it as every 100 that I get, I'm going to get a good quality lead out of it. And that's better percentage than, okay, if my ad gets, if I had 10,000 click-throughs, okay, and every 100 I'm getting one lead out of, that percentage, that's like about a 20% return. It's way better than for $100. That's way better than a postcard. Okay. Okay, take action and create a marketing post. So this is where we're going to go into I'm going to go into my command right now. So let's stop my share. Give me 1 second while I manipulate this and screen share. And I want to go to my desktop. 1 second. All right. All right. Can everyone see? Oh, I got to share. Hold on. You probably can't see this. Oops. Okay, I think I got it now. Are you seeing my command design templates up here?
Yeah. Well, it's white, and to the left it has your
Does it say my designs right here? Can you see that?
uh-huh.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I did it right. Okay, no. So here's your command right here. So everyone knows it's this is your command homepage. So we're going to dial into. We're going to go into the designs here. So this is a design that has the little paintbrush on it. To click a new design, all you do is you go down to the plus sign down here.
I don't think you are on design page right now that we can see.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
I'm looking at it.
Is
has
that-
KW Connect. The
Yeah.
left has find your oh my god, I can't see it. In the
Yeah.
middle it's a big white screen. I know what you're saying, and it has all the tabs to your
Okay,
left.
like when I click on, like, and I highlight my design templates, do you guys see that?
No, it's
Okay.
in, you are in KW Connect page.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it is the Connect page.
Oh, okay, so hold on 1 second. My bad on that. 1 second. All right, so let me go to here. Council. When when you don't type the address, the web browser, you forget how where it is. Is it council
Is that agent?
or agent? Okay,
Yeah.
because I have it all saved in agent at arcade agent is no agent what dot command.
I don't know. I do my KW and then click technology and then command.
Hold on, let me do that.
Agent.kw.com.
Agent dot kw. Here we go. All right. Okay, now you see it, right?
Yeah.
You see it, everyone?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, so design, we're going to go over to designs here. And that's right there. That's the little paintbrush right here. Okay, so these are some of my, I've got the 90 designs that I've done in here before. But we're going to just jump into a one that we're going to create one. Okay, we're going to create a quick, because you had asked Kirsten about a Facebook. So we want to do a social media campaign. And then you hit next. All right, come on. Is that not working? Technology never works when you need it.
Right, there we go. Now it's coming.
No.
Oh no.
Shoot. All right, hold on.
It's a command fault.
It's what?
It's command fault.
Yeah, I thought you said it's a man's fault.
That
Let me try this again. Agent. www. Yeah, command is, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
That works. So social media next. Oh, you're killing me. All right, so let's go out of that for a second. Okay, so before we do that, obviously that's not working yet. I'm going to show you where your leads come in. Okay, on your home page, when you do a command, Facebook campaign, has everyone set up their home page to be able to see this all in order? So you go up here in your dashboard. That's marketplace, guided tour, customize homepage. So all you do is you just drag I put leads all up in the right hand corner. Can everyone see that? You can just drag these wherever.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want everyone to do that because it's important that you have that. That's the first thing I look at when I come in the morning is what's new. And just by clicking on Maria, it brings up all her information. It marks it as a lead, okay? And it gives me all her information. And so I just dial, as you can see, I've already set her up on smart plans over here.
So that's a lead from Facebook, you're saying?
No, this one here is not. Let me go back to one that is. Here we go.
Steve, do you run a Facebook ad every weekend, or how often do you do it? I remember you said like Thursday to Sunday is the best time.
Yeah, I try to do at least one a week. It depends on how many listings I got going on. Like I just came off of 2 listings and I had 2 different campaigns going. So here's one right here that it shows here the source of a lead is a Facebook lead right here. And this was an older lead because I just remember red satin was a bad. I mean, you get some of the, big butt at gmail.com. And I mean, so I don't even call these people, I don't even, if you're going to put that kind of BS in, I really don't want to deal with you. I'm not. So there's other, let's see here about this one here. Here's one, Christy. Okay, so now this one I set up on a campaign. This is it shows that it's a Facebook paid ad that came in. And again, I set her up on a and it tells me that it was for my 544 Hooper Avenue listing. So it tells me, so when I call them, I have a reference to what I'm calling, what they signed up for. Okay. So again, I don't have her particular, I don't have her property address, so I can't set her up on a neighborhood nurture. Okay, but I'm going to show you about neighborhood nurtures. So this is where all of your leads come in. Right over here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, our command just recently, I don't know what happened to all my recent ones. There's ones in here from 200 days ago. I've archived the majority of these. They combined our business and personal somehow, and they messed up my entire database. So I'm kind of frustrated with them a little bit, and I'm trying to work through that. I'm trying to see where all my most current leads are. Now, you guys can also search leads. Now, check this out. I don't know if you know this. You hit filter, and you do leads only. Now, this will pull up every lead that's coming through Facebook. See how they're already tagged Facebook leads?
Oh, nice.
Okay, so now I'm going to show 100 contacts at once. So here we go. Yeah, so these are all leads that have come in. Okay, as you can see, most of them don't have an address because they don't fill that in my template. Okay, but I do have an email address, and I do have a alleged cell phone number. Okay, again, see, I'm seeing all these back from April. I don't see any of my most recent ones that I've reached out to, and these are all April 24th, April 22nd. It just drives me nuts sometimes how they mess with that. But
what kind of
yes.
what kind of ad are you running for these?
Okay, that's a great question. So let's go to my campaigns. I go to my paid campaigns. So here's one here that I just Crownfield video. This is the actual video that I did for a listing I had here in Westlake. And again, my catchphrase is, oh, look, single story in Westlake Village, California. I'm trying to captivate someone to stop and see what it's all about.
So for like, I have an appointment with Jessica tomorrow to go to do a Facebook ad and through all that. And clearly I don't have a listing. So would you recommend, you know, like a prospecting one or free market analysis or highlight somebody else's listing or, you know, what?
Yes, just go to an agent that you know. If you just go up to someone and say, would you mind if I showcased your listing in one of my campaigns? I'd say absolutely.
Okay. And our agent's pretty open to that because somebody from our office has a listing in my neighborhood and so I would just like to showcase that and I want him to go away.
Who's the agent?
It's your Sherwood guy and he's over in my neighborhood.
Mark Byron?
Yes.
Yeah. Now Mark may not let you showcase that because he likes his brand a certain way.
Ugh.
Yeah. So again, you guys keeping it simple. If you notice that my stuff is very simple, it's a little bit of hashtag, and down here is price improvement. And I use the money bag for the dollar or for money and improvement with the red exclamations. And then I have a emoji here and emoji there. Emojis make people stop. Okay, that's one example. Now, that particular campaign, for a 3-day period, I had 2,826 impressions,
wow,
184 click-throughs, 16 leads were generated off that.
Wow. And did you just do that to a certain geographical area, like to your farm or where that house is at? Where did you?
I did 25 miles outside, 25 miles both ways from here.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. So tell me, I spent $100 to get 16 leads.
Wow. That's good.
Okay. But the more important thing about it is I had 184 people click through and watch the entire video.
Right.
Okay. So that could be a prospective seller that goes, I really like this video, what this guy did. Okay. Because when I'm prospecting or when I'm marketing a listing, I'm hoping I'm getting other listing contacts out of here. Now, here's one here that I did. This one's kind of cool. This country club one right here. This was, I did it on Instagram and Facebook. So let's show the Facebook. Now this is a little bit different. It's got the scroll through here. These work, you guys, instead of an individual picture, these work. People, and these are scrolling across on your, have you ever seen how those work when you're looking in your news feed or your feed? Those definitely work. Again, if you look at my up here, I'm keeping it so simple. Private, relaxation, sunsets, priceless. Okay. The single story that you've been waiting for is my other tagline down here. Okay. This one went into escrow, and this is the one that went into escrow in 3 days. Okay. Now this particular campaign.
Hey, Steve.
Yes. Yes.
Are you mostly just posting like your listings?
I am. Right now, I'm just doing promoting my listings that, or my just solds, you know, I'm actually an ambassador for Goalie Nutrition. So I do, Terry and I have done some goalie commercials for them. So I post a lot of my goalie stuff for that. So now, but you guys, I spent $100 between Facebook and Instagram, 50 and 50. Okay, Facebook alone generated 123 click-throughs, 24 leads. Instagram gave me 9 leads. So that's 33 leads I got for $100.
great.
Okay. So again, it works. It definitely works. I mean, I'll do ones like this here. This is one here that when I didn't have a listing, I did this campaign here. We've got the muscle to sell your home. Again, this one here, I had a ton of click-throughs on it because people want to, it's like this, when this came across someone's feed, they go, what is that? Okay. And sell your home with American Gladiator or Mr. America, Steve Henneberry. Boom. And I just keep it real simple on that. And see, what was my response on this one? I had 5 leads on that one, but I had 4,468 impressions.
Wow.
So people were stopped. That means that they stopped on it for more than 3 seconds. Okay. I mean, I wasn't selling anything on that. So I didn't have a learn more button on that one. It was just all about promoting my brand. So now let's talk about what you had asked when you don't have a listing. How do you create that? All right. So we're going to create a new campaign here. This is a paid social. Am I moving too fast on here, guys? Okay, just tell me to slow down if I'm moving too fast. Okay, so you have different options here. You advertise a listing, attract listings, brand awareness, attract buyers, advertise multiple listings, attract talent, event awareness, or other. So why not do attract a listing? Why not go after someone that so let's do that. Let's title this test. And we're going to do it just on Facebook. Let me show you how easy this is to create. Okay. So, like for example, like say if I had a listing in the MLS, you can actually go in here and pull the property, the MLS information. Active under contract. Why did that not? All status. There we go. Okay, so here's my listing right here. Say I select it, it pulls over everything from the MLS, pictures, all the copy. So this is how fast you can do a just listing campaign. But we're not doing that in this case. We're not going to do that. We're going to, let's take this out. I don't know how to delete that. So let's go out of here. Let's cancel. Back to paid ads. Yes. Create a new campaign. So we want to track the listing. This is test. Facebook. Okay, so now this is where you would just add some copy here. So we'd say, market is super hot. And then you do this is where you would do an emoji. Okay, I don't know if you guys use Macs, but I don't know if you know the hot buttons, Control Command space bar for a Mac, your emojis populate right in front of you, so you don't have to search for them for you Mac users out there. Market is super hot. So you see where that goes. Now, as you're building this campaign, you're typing over here on the left, but you can see it's growing over here, okay? Buyers looking, again, emoji, eyeballs for homes, exclamation point. Okay. That's all I would put in my title right there if I'm looking for listings. Okay. Then the headline down here is you could do something about interest rates still at historical. Again, I haven't thought this through yet. So, I mean, I'm just giving you some copy here. So, okay. So now that's all I'm going to put in this ad right now. Or if you want to do description, you could say, you know, call me today for, oops, call me today, emoji, cell phone for details. And then I always put my phone number. Okay. You see where that goes right there. Now, what's one thing that's missing from here is my DRE number. Okay. So you got to always, I keep my DRE, all my hashtags on a note here. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm going to copy and paste it. And then I just put that. Okay. Do you see where everything went in here? Can everyone see that? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now we're going to add some media. We're going to add some cool pictures. Now, if you don't have a listing, that's fine. I mean, I would go to I would Google homes in Conejo Valley or homes in Southern California. They're online that are royalty free. And just grab a great picture of a house or an ocean shoreline. Okay. Something that makes people stop and look. So let's see what I have in my library right now. So I want to do an image. Oops, no, not there. No, cancel. So I want to select media for this campaign. I want to add images, browse design library, upload my own image. So now it's just going to my own images without my computer. Again, this is where you would just have some images already saved. So let me see if I can find an image here real quick. I can just throw in there. I'm still looking.
Hey, Steve, I have a
Yes.
question. So I know you can like create a Facebook page, like a business page on Facebook and then run ads that way. So is this like going through command like better than just doing it through Facebook?
It's cheaper and it automatic. The great thing about it is the leads come in. If you do it through your Facebook lead campaigns, you have to import them in a command.
Oh, okay. And
so it's all about, for me, it's all about simplicity, guys.
Yeah.
You want to make your job as easy as you can. For some reason, I'm having a hard time loading these images. So hold on, just bear with me. All right, I don't know what happened to that. All right, so I'm just going to throw this one in here. Preview crop. Okay, so. Okay. So I just threw that. Now you can add, this is where you would add your carousel right here. Remember those ones I showed you, those ones that scroll? You can add up to 5 images. For the sake here, we're just going to do one image. Now, you always want to make sure that you're branded with your logo, your company logo. So again, I have that already saved in my computer under my files. Big H files. Okay, so now you can see the picture over here. I don't know if you guys can see it on here, but the Big H Homes and Keller Williams is branded over here on the picture. Okay, Now we go to how we want a Facebook. You have to have a Facebook business page in order to do this. Does everyone have a Facebook business page set up?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So Big H Homes. Now what happens is the Big H Homes it's sponsored by Big H Homes here now. Okay. So you want to use a Facebook lead generation form. Don't try creating your own or use from a different landing page. The Facebook lead forms automatically get populated if they're part of Facebook. Facebook has their email address, phone number, and everything already. Because if people have to type it in, you're probably going to get wrong information. Okay, so I just use that. So let's take a look, and you always want to make sure that you do learn more. Don't do sign up or apply now. Learn more. Okay, so let's take a look at landing pages. Okay, so mine are already saved here. Let's take a look at what it looks like. So this is one that I already created. Jessica can help you guys create these. It's real simple. It's branded up here with my information. And I have just looking forward to helping you with all your real estate needs. I've got first name, last name, email address, phone number, and then they can leave me a note if they want to leave me a note. Real simple. So then how I select that, I just select this landing page. If you notice, that landing page URL went right into there. Everyone can see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is where it gets good, guys. We want to use ad targeting here. We want to use a custom parameter here. Okay, so for the sake of everyone that's on a call, I'm going to use Westlake Village as our location. So United States, let's do Westlake. California, and then we're going to go 25 miles out. Okay, now again, this is where you want to make sure that you add interest. Here's a list of all the different interests that are available. It's easier to just start typing. So I want to use Zillow. And you don't want to use Zillow Premier because that's going to be targeting to agents. You want to use, remind me later. Okay. You want to use just plain Zillow. Okay. Oops, why didn't, okay. So I want to go.
And that's just if somebody types in Zillow, it's like a search engine going to pull to you, or?
It's AI. If anyone who's typing the word Zillow in, if they're using Zillow, they're probably looking for homes or seeing what homes are worth. Okay.
Right.
Another one that I type in here is Realtor. And that's realtor.com. Again, you don't want the pro, you want just this one right here. Another one I put in is Trulia. Another one is mortgage loans.
Redfin.
Mortgage loans. Okay. Now, this is one that I just started using. It's been working pretty good is luxury.
And you can put in as many as you want, or is there okay.
Yep. Luxury. I do luxury property, not luxury vehicles. So luxury property. So I'm good with that now. So as you can see, I've got my Zillow, my Realtor, my mortgage loans, and luxury properties as interest. Okay. Now it has an estimated audience. It gives you that all over here. So in my demographic right here of 25 miles, it's giving you, I'm sorry, this is a nationwide, 34 million, 5 million, 169 million, and 125 million potential people that can see your ad. Okay. So now we're going to save this. And then this is where you do your budget and time. It automatically defaults to 10 days. Okay. Always. So you got to make sure you change that. I go 5 to 7 days always. And I'd rather spend a little bit more money per day. You want to spend at least $20 per day on your budgets. Okay. So if you can afford 100, just do 5 days. Or if you budget $175, divide that into 7 days, and that's your daily spend. But $20 is going to get you noticed within Facebook. Anything less, and I've heard that from several people. So again, this is where you'd start your start date. And okay, we're going to end it 5 days from today. What's today's date? Is the 10th, so that'd be the 15th.
And you think like Thursday to Monday, like so it's on a weekend where people have a little more time.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then we want to do a total campaign of $100. Oops, not 1,000, 100. And see how that my per day spend here is $25 because I only went 4 days.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Now I save duration. Now, great thing about this, see all these little check marks over here? This means that you've completed this task. Everything is fine. So you're good to post. Then you hit publish. It doesn't publish instantly on Facebook command. It publishes the next day because they have to review it and make sure you're compliant.
Do we have to have somebody on our side review it, or
Nope.
it just okay?
No, it's back into Facebook. So this is what it would look like on a mobile. If you notice, you can look over here. This is a web feed, and this is your mobile feed.
Okay.
Okay. So it's super easy to do this, guys. Now I don't have a listing here. I'm just advertising a great picture of a property, possibly just a scenery, but making people stop and go, oh, what is this? And then they read. Okay. But guys, don't forget about utilizing these little things called emojis. They break up the monotonous of just copy. Right. They make people go, oh, what is that? And that's what you want to do. Okay, so I'm going to get out of this. Let's go back, see if we can go back to the designs. Nope, shoot. What is going on? I'm just wondering if, because I'm in, let me try in Chrome. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try in Chrome. Sometimes it works better in Chrome. Okay, Chrome worked. So give me 1 second. I'll load that up. Stop sharing. Share. Safari. Why is that not? Well, here, desktop 2. Can you see? Can you see my campaigns?
Yes.
Is it moving?
Well, I'm seeing designs and command page.
Okay, design. Okay, but are you seeing? Can you see it scrolling?
No.
No. Okay. Are you okay? Sorry about this. There. Okay, there we go. Okay. So we're going to say we want to just do a lead generation, okay? And we want to do a let's say you want to promote your website or home value. No, yeah, my website. can you see the movement here now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a social for a stories on social media. Okay. So you guys do know that you have your squares in Instagram is square. Facebook is more elongated. Does everyone understand that?
Right.
Okay. So these are all templates that are already created for you. Now, don't pay attention to any of these pictures because these are just going to be, they can be replaced. So let's use this one right here because it's the first one in the list. So find homes in top rated school districts. Okay. So what you're going to do here, if you created your marketing profile, you should be able to have everything in here. So let's see if my URL for my website is in here. Text, house interiors, app images, lifestyle home. Let's do app images. No. Okay, say I don't want this particular, let's do neighborhoods. There we go. All right, so I don't want this particular, I like this one here. Find a home that's top rated school. So you click the picture, and then all you do in the library over here is, see how fast that was to put that background in there? Let me go back to that again. I select it in my layout, then I go over to my library over here that's already preloaded. And I really like this image for the verbiage, find homes in top rated school districts. Well, what is that? That's a whole community of homes right there, isn't it? So you select this little use as background and it loads it right in. Okay. So now I want to move this up. Say I want to keep this up here a little bit higher. You move that. Let's move this one over as well. And this one here is too. Okay, now we want to link my website right here. Or your app. Okay, so let's see if my stuff carries over. Logos, company. It did not. That's interesting. Okay, so it's supposed to carry over, but this is where you would put your site address on here. Let's just do Big H Homes. Okay, now I want to get rid of this KWDBA down here. And I want to bring my own in. So you can see how fast I just created this post here. And this is on social media. This is for like a story. And you can, I mean, nothing's aligned here. You take more time, of course, to align everything here. But you can do whatever you want to this here. Let's take a look at DBAs. No. Okay. Any questions on how to create that? And all you do is you save it, and then you download this, and you save it as a JPEG, and you just upload it from your photographs into Instagram or Facebook. Okay. We're not going to keep this one because I want to show you another post also, or another way. So let me close on here. Done. Don't save. Okay, you guys doing okay on time? I got about a couple more things I want to go over real quick.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So under designs, this is one here that's really cool. So we're going to do a social media post. And I want to show you these neighborhood snapshots. So let me see where neighborhood. These are the coolest things in the world, guys.
Now, let me ask you something, because I tried doing the neighborhood snapshot
Yep.
and it's pulling up my entire city, and I don't want my entire city. I
What
just want,
neighborhood are you in?
well, I live in Moore Park, but my neighborhood is Championship Drive on next door. So I
Okay.
want to just do like,
Uh-oh. She must have clicked and leave meeting. Are you girls still here?
I'm here.
Okay. Let's see, wait for her to log back in. Okay, so while she's on there, so these neighborhood snaps are great tools to utilize, for your database or your farms. Okay, and also for social media. So, for example, we're gonna just pick this particular one right here, and okay, again, this is all. Here she is.
all right, I'm back. Sorry, my computer died.
No worries, no worries. So what I was saying is these neighborhood snaps, and I'm going to show you maybe what you're doing wrong and searching your neighborhood, because I'll pull that neighborhood up. So what did you say your neighborhood is called?
Well, in next door, it's called Championship Drive in Moore Park.
Championship. Okay. So let's go search for that Championship Drive. So we want to go here, snapshots. Championship Drive, Moore Park.
I don't know why I couldn't pull that up before.
Okay, so let's take a look at that.
Oh, good Lord. Now my phone's dying. Ugh.
Okay, so as we build this one right here, now I'm creating a social media post here that again, if you're advertising Championship Drive, you wouldn't want to do a social media post for just Championship Drive. I would do it a large, but for sake of conversation, you couldn't find it. We're going to do that here. So again, these are just already templated in. So I want to replace it with the Championship Drive information. So again, see this replace image?
Uh-huh.
It automatically loads it over here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, so it's giving me one active, one pending, average days on the market, this, and average sale price per. So is Mark Tyron's the only one on the market right now?
Yeah. And 241 days. See, that's not right. So where are they getting that? I don't understand.
Again, that they're taking average days for the last, I believe it's the last 6 or 9 months, and they're just taking everything that's sold and they're averaging it. Okay. Now you can change this stuff. You can edit this stuff as well. So this is how fast you can create one of these templates like this right here for social media posts. Now, again, if you were doing something for the whole like city of Moore Park, then and doing social media within the Moore Park area, that's what I would recommend doing.
Right.
In a particular city.
Right.
Okay. So again, you can do again different templates on this here now too. So let's go done. Don't save.
Okay, now I'm mad. I just spent all this money on the postcard. I'm gonna dump it in my Facebook ads now.
Absolutely, guys. I mean, listen, it takes. I mean, I did postcards in the beginning too, and it just takes consistency. One thing a postcard does do is it gives you recognition, but how you put recognition with a person is by following up with door knocking. We can't do that now.
All right. Can we hang a little door sign?
Nope, we can't leave anything. You can't leave anything. So let me show you another great tool here for marketing pieces, because we're running out of time. I know you guys are super busy. So I want to show you this particular, like you pick a contact within your database in Command. Down here is where your neighborhood snaps are. Have you guys set up neighborhood for all your database yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put the neighborhood nurtures to my
Yes. Okay. So here's what it looks like. So this is the email that they're getting.
It's super cool, by the way.
It's amazingly. It's now, what homeowner is not going to want to get this? Because you're not selling them anything. You're simply giving them information of what's going on in the current market right now. I saw this house yesterday. It's a piece of crap. Saw this one too. So again, it comes branded with your information. And guess what? They can fill out this right here, and this goes directly to you. It has all the contact information on here. So, but the cool thing about this, you guys, is you have to do the homework and set them up here. As you can see, this person's been getting my emails from me for, it says it's expired, so I got to renew this person, okay? But they were getting my emails consistently from me.
How often? I set mine up for every 30 days, that neighborhood nurture. Do you do it?
Yes, once a month. That's perfect.
Oh, okay. So that's fine.
Perfect. Yep. I mean, you guys, neighborhood nurtures are probably the cheapest way you could ever get your name and face and give them some value to the people. Okay. Has anyone done any, has anyone found out about group texting, texting through Command?
Mm-mm.
I mean, that's just a whole nother class. I mean, we have means of going into contacts. Like, say I want to do a group here. So I'm going to select all of these right here. And I want to do, okay, under group text here, you do where's my group text? Here, send a bulk SMS. And you send a message here. Now, it doesn't come as, they go as individual text messages. Now, this is something that if you want to just do a happy holidays, from your realtor of choice, again, just another touch, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's important that you can actually upload, and you can put a file in the text now.
What does that mean, though, the Twilio number? Because it asks me that every time. I don't know what that is.
You got to sign up for a Twilio number. It costs you $20 to get a local number. Otherwise, you get like a 514 number, an Austin number.
Oh. So it's not coming from your cell. It's coming from this number. Okay.
And guess what? All the responses go right back into your Command leads.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
you guys, this is what Gary Keller has been trying to do with Command. There's a lot of bolt-on CRMs out there, Lion's Desk, there's Firefox or Fire something. There's so many different ones, but they're all paid. It costs you money, but nothing really talks to each other. So you got a database over here, you got this over here, you got a campaign over here, and you're trying to keep up with it all. I've truly believe that when Command is running 110%, it's going to be your one-stop shop for your managing your entire database. Now, am I 100% committed to that right now? I'm committed as much as it'll work. I don't believe that it's 100% yet. So, but it's getting better from where it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to go searching for my leads. I want to have them here. If I have an ISA someday where I can just hand off a Excel spreadsheet of all my leads and say, start calling these people, I can do it in just a matter of a click, and I can continue to prospect. So there's just a lot of different ways you can market through Command and not cost you anything. That's the greatest thing about it, is zero cost.
Right.
Okay. Any questions on, I know we're at it's 2:30 right now. So any questions? I hope this was helpful.
No, it's great and perfect timing with my meeting tomorrow. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Maria, do you have any questions?
No, but I learned a lot. Like this was really helpful. The whole command, the Facebook ads, everything.
I mean, again, you know, I'm going to probably do another Facebook. I'm going to do a specific class on Facebook lead building or ad building. We did one, about a month ago, and I think we had like 15 people come into class. It was a great class. I personally love when people come in and these Zoom, they're not as, because I like to be able to walk around the room as interactive and be able to help people when they're stuck or they can't get to something. Or
Right. I was
out.
just gonna say, would you mind it, like, I'm meeting with Jessica tomorrow, but she's sometimes hard to get in with, or if I email or call you if I have a question while I'm trying to.
You can call me. You guys can call me anytime if you have a question. You know where my office is. I'm always here. Tomorrow I'm leaving. I'm heading to Palm Springs for 2 days. I have a seller here in Westlake that's going out there to buy, and I'm going to meet them out there to introduce them to the agent I referred them to. So.
Oh, isn't there a thing this weekend there too? Palm Springs?
Well, Jessica's not going to be here tomorrow, I don't think. So, because the
Yes,
leadership.
she is. I'm meeting with her tomorrow.
At what time? Well, maybe, no, Terry and I are heading out early for that event. I think she doesn't leave till Thursday.
Right. Okay. I was going to say, I know Sally said she wouldn't be here Friday or something.
Yeah, Thursday and Friday they're gone. Yeah.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Thank you. Like I said, my phone number is available. My office is available. If you guys, any one of you need any questions or have any questions, please don't hesitate to call. You guys, all I can close this with is be who be original. Don't try to be someone that you're not, and be believable and come with contribution instead of an agenda when you're talking to people. Just remember that people can see right through you what your agenda is. I called an expired today and I'm going to tell you this quick story. I called an expired today. I recognized the name. He was our athletic trainer from UCLA that was selling here in North Ranch. I completely forgot that he lived out here. Okay, but when I saw his name on there, so I called him, but I didn't call him about his home. I called him to first of all check on his wife. Because I was with him for over 9 years when we were filming, being part of the Gladiator show. So I became friends with him. And so I checked on him and his wife, how his daughter was doing, and said, oh, by the way, your name came up the other day when we were filming this documentary sizzle reel. I told him that they need to interview it because you saw it all with the injuries that we had. And he goes, really? He goes, that would be great. I'd love to be a part of that documentary. And then he asked me then, what are you up to? And I said, well, I'm working in a real estate business now. I'm selling real estate. And he goes, oh, where are you located? He brought up his expired listing. He brought up that he's frustrated right now. So I came from contribution. Not going to call them and said, hey, I saw your expired listing. You need to list with me. That's not how I approached it. So just being who you are and be genuine. Okay. Mm-hmm. You'll get more headway with those type of people. Because I listened to how frustrated he was and how disappointing he was and that he didn't get any offers, So just listen. You have 2 of these and 1 of these. Use it proportionally. Okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, y'all. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Steve.
Oh, you bet. Thank you.
Okay.
future.